we on?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the EG Pot of Thunder with your boy, the young light-skinned Key Sweat. And to your right, well, to my right, is the yogis of the yogi, one of the fitness queens of Rhode Island, baby. We're here with Fitness Palacio.
Hi, everybody. I am here, and I'm ready to talk about business.
Let's get it, baby. And to my left, her sister, her twin, Miche Thug, a.k.a. Miche.LLOVE.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, and to her left is the Natalia Perez. Let's get it.
Hello.
Did I confuse you guys with the left and right? You guys,
A little bit.
camera.
Everyone's here
The
like
mirror.
left, right.
Yes, the mirror.
Where am I?
I could feel the tension, like, no, he's wrong. I should see it back on the replay. You'll see it back on the
Smile and
replay.
nod. Smile and nod.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool podcast we have right now. We have an entrepreneurial podcast. I think all four of us, baby, are all entrepreneurs. I love to hear. I love to see everybody striving. Yeah. And that's one of the focuses I have on the podcast. I've had a lot of athletes on, small businesses, local businesses. And I think this is going to be your first podcast with all four entrepreneurs. It's pretty dope. I love to see that. And, I love hearing those type of stories.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's exciting, especially when it's like young. I mean, obviously, young men is very inspiring too, but young women, I mean, it's also pretty inspiring.
Yeah,
It's
it is. I do.
a few.
I feel like I've seen it more and like more drive and ambition in women lately. Not to say like men have always had that upper hand, but I feel like women lately have been like, oh, you're doing that, like I can do that too, type deal. I
Yeah.
see it
Stepping
more.
out into our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, woman empowerment. I'm all about that as well. Because Natalia knows I'm a feminist, so we'll be all about it, baby. Yeah, we are. Don't change the topic. Don't change the topic.
I'm kidding.
But yeah. So for those who don't know, Vanessa, you want to get into a little bit about what do you do?
So I am a certified personal trainer. And I'm currently also in the process of getting my 200-hour yoga certification. So I could teach at studios or teach at the gym that I currently work at. And pretty much what I do day to day is I see clients throughout the week. They schedule a certain amount of sessions with me weekly, and we do like a 1-hour workout. We do some meal assessments or like nutrition assessments, and we go into detail on what their goals are, what they expect from me, my expectations from them as a client. And then the yoga part of things is more of like to teach in group sessions, so like group classes, teach people on how to meditate and kind of use yoga as a moment to just kind of relax for a bit, set yourself in a different scenery, maybe let your mind trail off, not worry about everything else going on. I kind of use it as like a safe, peaceful thing to do during the week, but that is pretty much what I do.
Because that's a headline of what she does. Now let's get to Miche Love. What do you do? For those who don't know, now they will know.
Now they will know. So I'm a certified body sculpting technician. So I pretty much just help men or women get rid of some just stubborn fat around their tummy area. It's like a machine that I use. It's a cavitation machine, and it has like 3 different settings. It has a lipocavitation treatment, which helps burn off stubborn fat. We have a radiofrequency treatment that helps us tighten and tone the skin, and then we have a cellulite therapy treatment, which helps break up the cellulite around your tummy or legs. And then I have the vacuum BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift, pretty much, essentially. So I can plump up the booty, give it a little more projection and a nice lift.
Yeah.
I will come see you after this.
Yes. 7 days a week. I'm there every single day. So
Just get
come
it.
on by.
No days off.
No days
Love it.
off, not at all. It just
Hustling.
depends on the day. But yeah, that's what I do. That's my full-time job, and it's just me in my office. It's called Skin by Miva, and I'm the only technician there, and I have my own office, and yeah, I love it.
It's right here, guys. It's right here. Go follow the page, baby. I love it. Let's get it. And that's a little teaser for what Michelle does. We'll get deep into it, the deep dive. And real quick, Natalia was one of the OG guests, so she's kind of going to be a co-host of this podcast. But just for those who have maybe missed that episode, go back and check it out. It was like episode 3 or 4, possibly. So Natalia's been here since the beginning. So a little detail what you do, Natalia, a little headline.
So I'm a real estate investor. I would say a beginner level. I've done a few flips, and right now I'm working on a buy and hold, a few units. So I'm just kind of fixing them up as I go and getting people into them.
That's what's up. That's what's up, baby. I know one of your partners is Balano, who, just a little teaser here, he will be on the podcast soon. So go check out the episode when it drops. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. I don't know. I have a lot of podcasts in the bank. But he will be on, though, and Natalia will also be the co-host of that podcast as well.
Yes, Balano's my real estate agent, so he is my go-to realtor lately for all of my closings. He's been my go-to guy. He's very knowledgeable, and he's just on top of his stuff, so we work well together. So I think he's a great asset.
That's what's up. So definitely, like I said, keep supporting local businesses. So definitely other homegrown local talent. Definitely Balano, go check him out. Go appreciate him. Run that up for him, baby. And go to support all that love. He will appreciate all that love. Jesus Christ. Bloopers here. Bloopers, but we are at it, baby. So to get into you two, so where do you think, Vanessa, you can answer this first. Where do you think like that hustler ambition came out of you to start your own business or be your own? Basically, like you're working for yourself. Like you're hustling. You're bringing all those clients in. I see your IG all the time. You're constantly putting out that content, putting up those flyers, and having my own podcast page. I know that stuff is not easy at all. People may think, oh, she's just posting up, 4 or 5 things a day. Those 4 or 5 clips, I know for sure, are taking you a good amount of your day. So that's, just self-advertising, it's marketing yourself. So not everybody has that drive in them for sure, not at all. So where do you think you can attribute that to, if you had to say?
Well, I think I was kind of just like thrown into it at one point. Before I was a trainer, I worked for Alex and Ani. And before I left, I was on like the design team. I was on the visual team. And I pretty much all I did was make the stores look nice, create floor plans. I worked with jewelry, and it was a salary job. And I did thoroughly enjoy it. Even though every day it felt like I was still learning, I still didn't seem to fully grasp what I was doing and like my job description. But COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, I actually lost my job. So I lost the salary gig. It was gone. I had nothing to go back to once COVID was, I guess, done. So I still remember they told me like, oh, we're going to go on a 2-week break because of this virus and everyone needs to quarantine. And I never saw my office, the coworkers, I never saw them since that day. It was just kind of like that was my last day. We all thought it was just
really. So that was March, obviously 2020. Mm-hmm. So I swear, apparently I'm wrong, but you weren't in the fitness like life before this though. I swear you were like doing things before that.
Yes.
Time.
So I've been in the gym since I was maybe 19. I wasn't too athletic in high school. I did cheer for a couple years, and then I decided to join the gym. And at this gym, Gold's Gym, was where it all started.
So actually, can we start back? People like hearing my whole life story. This podcast is different than the comedy podcast we have. So like, can you maybe from a younger age, did you ever have like any, did your parents inspire you? Like, did they? Your parents are immigrants, I'm not sure, right? They're both from Colombia?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you think that, because a lot of, I listen to a lot of podcasts or entrepreneurial podcasts and things along those lines, literally go through my podcast feeds. They're like all business podcasts. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of people who start their own business contribute typically to like their parents? I mean, do you think like you got someone like your like trace after them? Did they inspire you to do things? I mean, even coming from a different country and putting you guys in this position is definitely inspiring as well. Do you think that has something
For
to do with it as
sure.
well?
Yeah, they definitely were. One, they were always super supportive. So no matter what I was trying out or looking to do, or if I wanted to try something new, they were always fully supportive and willing to kind of stand with whatever we were into at the moment.
So even you're talking about like middle school days, you're talking about things
Yeah,
like
so
try, quit.
they put us in a lot of different things that we would try. Maybe something would stick, and it didn't. Nothing really stuck in the beginning. But my parents were always so creative, and they were always like very lively and like to try new things. So I once I was in high school, I did try cheer, and I did enjoy it for a little bit. It lasted a couple years, but it was mainly when I would say I was like 19. So I was out of high school at this point, and I started training at Gold's Gym, one of my fave gyms ever. And I met a good, like, solid group of people who we would work out together. We did group classes together. And from then on, I was hooked. So me and Michelle, we've always been in like different activities and trying different things. But I specifically remember it was when I went to Gold's Gym and I got that membership and I joined those classes. And since then, I just kept the fitness.
What do you
thing
like?
up.
What came over you that was different than other times in your life where you tried cheer and you're like, oh, this is cool. I enjoy this, but this really isn't my life calling. Where do you think? What was that different feeling? Can you describe it at all?
I felt like because of what was like the people around me, they saw something in me that I probably wasn't seeing. They saw potential. I had a trainer, shout out Pat. I had a trainer at the time, and he pushed me the hardest. Like, no one's ever pushed me this way, but he just knew I had potential. He knew I was somewhat athletic. He saw something I didn't, and I just appreciated that people took the time to be like, no, listen, you're good at this. Just keep doing it. So I did. But the group of people around me definitely helped. And then that feeling of accomplishing a new weight or learning the perfect form for a different exercise, it became almost like addicting. And it was exactly what I was kind of searching for, I guess, growing up. Like, I never found something that stuck, but those feelings I was getting was exactly what I was.
Yeah, well, I mean,
needing.
I think at times, I've talked about this on multiple football podcasts. Definitely your surroundings and the right coach all matters. You can be in an environment where it's just toxic, and you could, there's plenty of different teams around the country, high school teams, Pop Warner teams where they have the talent, but they don't have the results to show it. People always talk about, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar or not, but a lot of people talk about Hendrick and like, oh, they recruit, it's bullshit. They have a lot of kids go there. That's why they're so good. I've seen it firsthand. They have kids that go there and they want to be there. They're surrounded by other kids who want to be there, who push each other to be better. You put those same kids in a different school, I don't give a fuck. Put them around like Shea or Tolman or even Saints half the time. Those kids aren't going to be where that's why Hendrick is consistently one of the best teams in Rhode Island, because they're surrounding themselves with those kids. So like, going back to you real quick. So like, you're surrounding yourself with that talent or with those right coaches who believed in you, who sees that through like in you, and they're going to push you to get to that next level. Maybe you didn't have that before, and it sounds like you had it now, which maybe get to that next point in your life, and this new chapter in your life.
It definitely did. So when I kind of felt like COVID was almost like I know some people saw
Like
it
a
as like,
blessing?
yeah, definitely felt more like a blessing. It felt like it was putting me in a position where it's like it's now or never. So essentially, I lost my job at the time, and
When you're at that point, though, what are you thinking? Are you like, damn, like, are you like down and out on yourself? You're like, damn, what, like, what am I doing with myself? Am I lost? Like,
I mean, it's funny because when COVID first hit, I mean, I can't be the only one, but I was making more money sitting at home doing
oh yeah, for
absolutely
sure.
nothing than actually working. So when they told me I wasn't going back, I was like, I wanted to throw a fucking party. I was like, you're telling me I get to collect even longer?
You're like, run up that check.
But I think it was more of like not being around those women that I worked with who were also a great team and all of that stuff. That aspect of things were definitely going to be missed. But in that moment, so at the time, working at a gym, I joined that gym because of Lev, which is the owner of the gym I currently train at.
Wait, sorry, you joined Golds because of love, or
No, I joined Gold's just because it was a gym that was near and local. I actually met Lev at Gold's, and for most of you guys know, me and Lev dated for a really long time, and he was the one that opened up Levy Fitness Academy. So since the gym opened up, he was like, just become a trainer at the gym. You turn your passion into how you make money. You're good at it. It's been something consistent. The gym was the only thing consistent in my life from the moment I was 19 till COVID, just a couple years ago. So it was a really long, about 7 years, 6-7 years that I really put myself in that position of the gym. Like nothing ever changed. The gym was always there, no matter what.
did you, when you first signed up to Goals, was that ever in the back of your mind, like, you know what, I'm gonna become a fitness trainer down the line, or that never even came across your thought?
It did. It came across often, and I just didn't know how I was going to do it and still be working my full time, because I really genuinely did love the job I had. So I was wondering how I could do both. But I also noticed working at a commercial gym, you are still employed by someone versus being self-employed. So when this opportunity came up, it was like I was going to be able to be my own boss, make my own schedule, name my own prices, accept clients I wanted to work with, set requirements of my own. Everything was however my policies, my rules, my say, my go, my training programs, everything I wanted would be the way it would be run.
So you're your own boss. That intrigued you a lot.
It did. It really did. And once COVID hit it, I took it as a moment. It's like, fuck it.
Give it a try.
Yeah, let's go after it. Let's try. Let's see what can happen. I have support, and it went crazy. It was the first week I opened and clearly stated that I was working at Lev's gym. I had clients. I had people waiting to answer DMs on coming in to see me for consultations. Within that first month, I was fully booked, and I didn't have another job, so it was the only thing I was doing. I would have 5 clients in the morning, into the afternoon, 4 clients in the evening, maybe give myself 2 hours in between to eat, work out, and go right back to it. But I loved it. I was obsessed.
Did you have those down times though, where you're like, damn, this shit might not work, and then you had those times like that triumph at the end? You're like, damn, this is pulling through right now. Like, I kind of doubted myself, and now I'm at the level where it's like, why did I even doubt myself?
In the very beginning, right before I was going to announce that I was taking clients as a personal trainer, I had a lot of doubt. Like it wouldn't be accepted, or people would be like, what is she even talking about? Like, do you even lift? Like, what do you know?
We'll leave that as a teaser. I have a comeback for that. I know I won't forget, 'cause that was one of my questions actually. But I feel like we're 20 minutes in. I'm going to get Miche Doug in the conversation. So you seeing your sister thrive and going out on a limb, because I don't know the timeline of the opening of the businesses, but so did you open up after Vanessa?
Yeah, I did actually.
So-
but she was the reason why I doing what I'm doing today.
Stole my thunder. I was gonna say, so
You're right on the mall.
yeah. So when you're seeing that, are you like,
Yeah.
damn, if my sister can do it, why can't I?
Oh, literally 100%. That was like, I think word for word, exactly what I said.
Yeah. So
I was like, wow, she's killing it. Like, she's thriving. She's happy. You know, she's busy.
for sure.
You know, but busy in like a good way and not like a, oh my God, I have to work by 9 to 5 and then I have to do this and that and stuff. So, yeah.
So what was like
really-
your moment of like clarity where you're like, because I don't know what you were doing beforehand. So what were you doing where you're like, you know what, let's take the jump, let's take the leap, let's get it. Yeah, I mean, I guess you want to start from the beginning because I kind of backtracked on Vanessa. So did you have like when you were younger, did you always have like, I can just say for myself, I've never really said this on the podcast, but like for me, when I was at such a young age, literally, I can't even tell you, maybe since like middle school, like literally back in middle school, I was like burning CDs for people. Like I was selling mixtapes and like high school. I'm not even joking. Like Natalia knows that.
He would upload all my playlists for my iPods. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Not-
here, take my
Didn't
iPod,
charge me, and
thank
I'm a
you."
back charger. But no, literally, I would sell like I would burn CDs. Like I was like one of the few people back in high school, like middle school, who had like a CD burner. So I was literally burning CDs, making like, oh, you want the new Chingy mix like album? Here's jackpot. I'll sell you 3 for $5, like whatever. I was literally that guy. Always from like a young age, I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna own my own business one day. So like when you're like younger, did you have those like ambitions and those thoughts, or what do you think that like you started your trajectory to starting your own business?
Yeah. Well, I will say when I was younger, absolutely not. I thought running your own business, you had to be like an old white man.
Hey, so that's a common thought, especially
Yeah,
you know,
like,
for minorities, especially you know,
Definitely,
like
because all my parents did was engrave, not for nothing. I mean, they obviously didn't know any better either.
Yeah,
They
no.
were raised differently as well, but all they engraved in our minds was medical field, medical field, medical field.
Oh,
like,
God.
be a doctor, be something medical, because medical's never gonna go away. We're always gonna need it and all that stuff.
yeah.
So
I mean that is a fact, but
that's-
also, but like you said, because like, they're coming from Colombia, all their parents came from
Yeah.
Colombia, literally. So like you know they're coming in, they're like you know that's a big step for them. But that
Yeah.
is a big thing like amongst the culture, like oh if
Yeah.
you're not getting like a set job like that, oh like you're a failure and things along those lines.
Right, or like you tell them, like, I think I remember at one point, I forgot what I said I wanted to do, and it was just like, oh, okay, like, you want to do anything else? Like,
Yeah.
but it might have been something minor, like, I don't know, I think I said a vet, but even then, I think they questioned that. I think it was like, they were more like, no, I think like medical. I'm like, okay, I mean, if you say so.
Did you feel like some type of way? You're like,
Brain
no,
surgeon.
like, are you upset
Yeah,
at
like,
that
I was-
point?
Yeah, I'm not upset, but I guess I was just like, I guess. Like, it was kind of like, yeah, I guess you're right. I can get into that. Like, I don't know. I'm very open-minded, so I was willing to give it a try. But I feel like it didn't really start for me. Like, I think it was probably last year or maybe 2022 as well that I finally realized, I was like, oh, wait, I can do this.
I have a question for both of you guys. You guys mentioned it on a previous podcast that's going to come out after this. So they don't know how to phrase that.
Sounds confusing, but
We filmed podcasts before this that are releasing after. So we are
couple
like,
weeks, sorry.
yeah, like 5 deep. But so you guys in the previous podcast had previously said that, yeah, duplicated myself right there, but you guys went to Rick, but you guys didn't finish. So like, did you guys parents, like, did you feel some type of way? Like, were your parents, I know how, especially like Colombian parents can be if you don't finish school. Or did you guys feel some type of way like, oh, we didn't finish, we have this in the back of our minds, our parents are kind of being on our asses about this?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I felt bad for not finishing. I mean, we really wanted to. At one point, I remember I was lying to my mom, telling her that I was still in class, and I'd have her leave me at Rick, but I would just go to the cafeteria and just sit there on my laptop and watch Netflix all day.
What were you watching?
I think at the time I was watching, I don't know, Vampire Diaries.
Oh, I mean-
Yeah,
Vampire Diaries.
it was definitely Vampire Diaries, and I would just sit there on my laptop and I would just watch Netflix Netflix or YouTube, and then I would pretend like 3 hours later I'd text my mom, okay, mom, like I'm ready, and then she would come and pick me up, and she was like, how was it? And I was like, it was good, and
But you learned so much.
I
I can't
know.
even tell you. Right
I was like,
now.
oh,
Where
she's
do I
like,
even begin?
she's like, you have a lot of homework. I'm like, yeah, I have so much homework to do. You have no idea.
The teachers, it's not high
I
school.
feel
Come
like
on.
I feel like she started to catch on. Like,
Oh,
I
she
never
did.
see you guys doing
Do
homework,
homework.
and like,
And she's like, you guys never buy books or bring your book materials to class. I'm like,
We share them with somebody else.
it's
No,
okay.
it
It's college.
was hard for us to tell them, like, listen, we're not
Not going to
finishing.
school, yeah.
But like I said, my parents are really the most supportive people in this entire world. Like, I could tell them I'm deciding that I want to be a serial killer, and they would be like, okay, sure, if it makes
Like, we got ourselves a winner.
No, they literally have always
If you
been
are,
like
just
that.
be the best you can possibly
Yes.
be. Be better than Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Seriously, go down in
Outdo
history.
Bundy.
Go down in history. They just always support us.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have their opinions on what they think we should be doing.
But they're not like pushing it on you.
No,
like you have to 100%.
no, they never have. They don't push us on anything like kids, marriage,
Get the fuck out the house.
school. No, we could just live how we want to live as long as we're happy. My parents are happy. So
Yeah.
Hey, so getting back to your happiness. So you said it starts like last year. So what were you doing before that? Was it strictly
Yeah.
just Vanessa, or there was like something going on with like your job, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know what, F this.
I did medical reception, so I worked for a medical imaging company, and I was just the receptionist there. But I don't even want to say just, because I did like everything under the sun. I answered phone calls, I checked people in, I did insurance, I did this thing called update. It was a lot of work for a receptionist. Like, we wore many hats, and at first I really liked it because I was like, oh, medical imaging, like this is pretty cool. Like, kind of medical field. Maybe I can get into being an MRI tech or an ultrasound tech or something. And once COVID hit, it was like everyone was just starting to be nasty. All the patients were so mean, and I was so nice to them, and I just got shit end of the stick every single shift, and they overworked me, and I got so sick of it. I was like leaving work and I was crying every single day. Like,
Medical
I
field's
was-
not easy, for sure.
medical field is not easy. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, like medical field, I really do applaud absolutely any CNA, any RN, any nurse, any receptionist, even like whatever it
Like,
is.
especially receptionists.
Especially the receptionists, they're literally not like, they're not applauded enough, to be honest.
Oh, for sure, definitely not.
Like, they put up with a lot of bullshit, and especially with like the doctors or whoever you work with in the field in that office. Like, some of them, like the radiologists I work for, they were freaking assholes. They were so mean, and I was just like, I need a way out. And but I believe everything has its own timing. So like, I did get a little impatient because I was just like, all right, maybe I need to change my job. But at that point, I was already like, maybe 16 jobs in. I had 16 jobs.
You had 16 jobs?
Yeah.
I
that
don't
was-
think I've met anyone who's had more jobs.
That
than
was my
sister.
16th
That's
job.
wild.
Michelle has had so many jobs in her life.
I've been
It's
through
insane.
everything.
So, quick question, because when I've been in HR, and I am in HR and stuff like that. So, are you putting all 16 jobs in your resume out of curiosity?
You know what? I actually have a few resumes. So I have a retail resume. I have a
That meant you
a
can specialize it.
Yeah, I specialize it. So it's like, if it's admin, I have an admin one, a retail one, a serving one, and a medical or like more reception one.
So out of curiosity, so like when you have 16 jobs, is this because you're running into asshole bosses, or are you just like you're just bored? You get bored easily, and you're like, fuck this place.
Yeah, no, it was almost like nothing was clicking. Like, I almost felt like I wasn't being challenged enough. Like, I started because I didn't finish at Rick, and back then having a degree was way more important than it is now. I was always entry level.
Yeah.
Everybody was always like, okay, well, we're gonna start you at entry level. We'll start you at like $12 an hour. I'm like, ew, but I can do more, and I would surpass everybody. Once I started the job, I would just be like an ideal employee, and I never
feel like you
had
didn't
an
get enough
asshole
respect?
job. Yeah, no, I didn't have enough respect. If anything, I've never been fired like on a bad thing. I've never left on a bad foot with any job, and I made sure to keep it that way.
So it was mostly just ranking and respect. You thought you can get paid
Wait
more.
a second, because
Call her out.
I think I remember a job.
She said pause.
I could have sworn
Wait.
you never went back to Cogs.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was a temp job, and I was supposed to finish out for the month of August, but I went to California in July, I believe, and then after I came back from Cali, I never went back.
Never went back.
But
But I
it was
remember because she left a very precious sweater of mine at that office, and they
Yeah.
probably still have it, and they're waiting for her to come get it.
I never showed back, but I was like, you know what? It's a temp job. It's gonna end in the end of the summer. Like,
Like Cox
whatever.
Communicate, was it like the
Cox
Yeah,
was it
Cox
like, well, yeah,
Communication.
I'm saying, was it actually Cox though? Because I remember one time I got bamboozled back in college. They're like, yeah, it's a Cox job. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay.
It starts like at $15 an hour. Like
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
college, I was like, oh, that's cool. Start. And they're like, yeah, basically guys gonna be one of those people in Walmart and Best Buy. Like,
Oh,
hey, do you have
God.
Verizon? No, switch over to Cox.
Absolutely not.
I went there for one day and I'm
God.
like, absolutely not.
Ew.
No way. There was some fat dude next to me, like my coworker, and he was like, yeah, dude, it's cool. He's like 30 something. I'm like, this is not gonna be my life. Hell no. Quit.
Absolutely
Left.
not. I'm out.
Left.
I
Like,
actually
nope.
did that, but I got credits for school. That's the only reason.
Oh.
But you did what? That like the Cox guy?
Verizon.
Oh.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah.
I would like go to like I would hide.
Yeah, it's like, where do you
Yeah.
have Verizon? I'll switch over to Cox. And we're like, fuck up, leave me
I
alone.
hated it,
Yeah.
but
Leave
it
me
got
alone.
Credits, so that's why I did it.
People are doing their shopping too. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to
like,
stop
I don't
for
want to
you.
stop
Yeah.
them.
No.
I hated it.
No
I have
thanks.
Wi-Fi, motherfucker. No, leave me
I
alone.
bet.
It's so funny. I think about it too. I with like all the different jobs I've had.
Oh my God.
Sounds
Yeah.
You were a
I think that's
16 timer too?
I don't know about 16, but I've had like a few different jobs in like different fields.
Yeah.
too.
I feel like that's a good way to just figure out life too. You
no,
don't
for
really
sure.
know if you don't try.
Exactly.
And if I qualify, I might as well give it a shit. If they asked me if I wanted to be a surgeon, I'd say yeah. I'd like I'll give it a whirl if you guys want to train
Now,
me on it.
honestly, that's the big thing. Fake it till you make it.
Honestly.
Fake it till you make it. A
I
lot.
was the queen.
Oh,
She
100%.
really was. She's
I would
not
fake
lying.
everything. I'd be like, at Cox. Oh, I
Pause,
probably gave
pause.
it
Beautiful. What you faking?
You sound like a slut.
a little too much. Where do you think I got all of my faking from?
People are like, finally, we getting spicy. Shit, let's get it. You have to wait for those. We got 3 of those
Oh
coming up.
God,
Like,
yeah.
4
Let's
of
keep
them coming
professional
up.
on this
Seriously.
one.
But no, like honestly, you guys probably don't know this guy, but he's like a marketing genius. Paul Heyman, he's in wrestling actually, and he's like he gets advertising, like the promotion, entertainment side of it. And one thing he said, and like I listened to a lot of his interviews, he was like, honestly, like if you're in a job like setting and someone asks you, hey, can you record this while balancing on a beam? Yes, I can do it. Never done it before, but I'll do it. Anything someone asks you, yes, I can do it.
Yeah,
Always say yes. You can never not do something.
Right.
sure.
Just get your hand in the door. Then after, you can go home after that. YouTube it, look it up. Fuck, I can do it. You can learn anything on
hell yeah.
YouTube.
Seriously.
Yeah, even like with Excel and PowerPoint and Word, I'd be like, oh, an Excel sheet? Of course I can. That?
Expert,
Hello?
obviously.
Those little cells or columns or whatever. Yeah.
Say it
All
just
the
like that. Someone who knows.
Those
They're
are
like,
my best friends.
rejected.
Love them.
All those formulas. Yeah, no, I'd fake it. I would be like,
yeah. So you're out here 16 jobs in. COVID hits. Right? COVID hits. So then
COVID hit. I was at my 16th job. COVID hit. And
you're the Ric Flair of jobs. He's a 16-time world champion. So you are the Ric Flair of jobs.
I know, literally. Like, the amount of people I know is crazy
Like,
from
give
working.
a
there.
woo.
Woo! To be honest, I don't even know who Ric Flair is.
He's a wrestler, one of the best wrestlers of all time.
You never seen him on the Bad Bunny video?
You don't know who
No.
Ric Flair is?
I don't. I just
I don't
laughed
know
it
who
off.
he is
to-
either.
Like
You
I
don't know who
said,
he
fake
is?
it till you make it.
You don't know the woo guy?
I love Ric Flair. No, I have no idea what you're talking about,
That-
actually.
I know, like John Cena's, like you can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's like, oh, all right, that's crazy. Ric
Did I
Flair's
do-
like,
I
he's like
don't
a Hulk
think I did it
Hogan.
right. I'm
Honestly,
gonna
I
look it
only, I
up.
only know it because of Bad Bunny.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
You guys definitely know who Ric Flair is.
He's like,
No way, you guys
"Woo!"
don't. Either way, if you've seen him,
I
probably.
don't. Yeah.
Either
maybe-
way, so
maybe if I did see
you're
him
the 16 time. You're basically Ric Flair of jobs. So
Yeah.
so being the Ric Flair of jobs, what
Yep.
goes on after that? And then you're like, all right,
COVID
fuck
hit.
Cox, COVID hits.
Cox, COVID. Yeah, no, I had and so once COVID hit, people were just being super nasty. I was crying every day at my job, and they laid off a lot of employees, so I was just overworked. I worked through all of COVID. I never got laid off. I kept my job, unfortunately. I was so mad because Vanessa was over here like, yeah, I'm gonna get paid an extra $600.
I'm going to the beach. Want to come? Oh wait, you can't.
Yeah,
You're
you
working.
can't, loser.
Want to go get a pedicure? Want to come? Oh,
You
you
can't. Yeah, not only can I not go because I'm working, I probably can't even afford it. Like, that's another thing, too. I feel like I was making no money. So I saw Vanessa just thriving with money, just glowing. She was like damn near floating into the gym every day. This girl was just thriving
She's
hard.
like
I'm like,
fucking
all right, I'm a little
moonwalking.
jealous. How do I get here? And one day she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my my body sculpted. And I was like, oh, what's that? And she's like, oh, like one of our clients, her name was Ashley. She's super nice. I guess she does body sculpting, and Vanessa just kind of like brought it up to me, and I feel like right then and there I was like, oh shit, I think that's interesting. Like, this might be it. And I went on YouTube that same day, and I just fell into like a rabbit hole of body sculpting. I found this one girl online, this woman. She was just bomb. Her name is Body Sculpting by Stephanie. And I looked her up. She had great reviews, great testimonials. And I literally put my deposit and I booked a flight. And a couple months later, I went to get certified.
Oh, booked a flight. So
Oh,
where's
yeah.
she
Oh
at?
yeah, we
Where's
went
she
to
at?
Miami.
We went to
for
Miami to get.
So
Yes.
We made.
I
a
went with
siblings
her
trip.
just for the fact that I wanted to go to Miami, but
Yeah.
she was actually getting business done, and
Yeah,
I
out
was just
there.
soaking up the sun.
It was me.
all
my
right,
sister,
so you
my
can't.
brother.
You guys, this is where the host comes in. So you said you're seeing that, and then you book a flight. How long is that time frame? So you see it, and then what was it?
I wanna
April? Did
say-
you go in May? Did you go?
Yeah,
couple months after.
I want to say that I did. I saw it for March. No, I saw it for actually, I saw it in March. That she was offering trainings in March. Put my deposit and then flew out in May. Got it done in May, and then came back home. Told myself I was gonna give myself a couple months, and then and then I just quit my job with no plan and started body sculpting. So from March to May, kind of a big
She
jump.
said I jumped in. I, love
I
that,
just
though.
jumped in. I
love
had
that.
no plan, no backup, no money, no nothing.
So what are your parents thinking at that point in time?
To be honest, I didn't really keep them in the loop. I didn't want to worry them. I didn't want. Them to
do you think
that-
you'd feel that pressure if you did tell them and they're like, Michelle,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
And I know I can always count on them. I think
Yeah.
that's why I was even more confident on doing it, because I was like, you know what? My parents got my back. If I need some help, they got me. Like, no big deal.
Honestly, that's good at the same time. Like
Yeah.
when hearing these stories and people are like, oh, I had nobody. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's like,
sad.
all right, that is sad. But sometimes people be lying though.
I know,
Like
right?
The Rock, I hate this story. When he's like, I had $7 in my pocket. No, you fucking didn't. Your dad was in the WWE. All your cousins in the WWE. You had people to back you up.
Yeah.
But it sounds better when you're like, I had no buddies. Like, no, well, you know what? At least you're being honest. Like, you had your mom. You know, you can take those risks. It's better off when you have someone. Like, yeah, it's cool that you make it. You made it now at this point. You guys are both doing well. But it's always cool to shout out to people who were there for you when you had those times.
Even my sister, like, I called her my sugar mama for a while, because
Hey.
she would even help me out sometimes when I was like in a rut.
Taking clients?
Just might
Applications?
leave an application.
All right, we'll talk after this. So, in that time, were you nervous on that flight to Miami? So, what was your thought process during that? That's the nitty gritty stuff. I love hearing those parts of the story when like you're taking a leap. So, are you like, damn, I'm crazy. I'm taking this flight to Miami. Never met this girl before.
Yeah.
What are your thought process in that?
Well, the good thing about it was that I had my siblings with me, but I was actually nervous because I thought, oh my God, I'm doing all this stuff. Imagine I get there and I freaking hate it. Like,
Right.
imagine I'm there, I'm sitting in the class, and I'm like, this is so dumb. This
Yeah.
is not what I thought it was going to be. And luckily, it was a group training, so, like, there was a lot
Yeah.
of girls there.
And you're like, is this number 17?
Yeah, like, I'm like, and I was nervous, but I was also excited because I was like, I don't know, I felt like that year in 2020, I guess that was last year. I forget. Yeah, last year technically. My timing's all messed up, but I feel like a lot of people were on this move, and like social media had a big part of it, because like I feel like a lot of people were like idolizing being your own, like entrepreneurial stuff.
Boss babe, girl boss.
Yeah, girl boss. Well, and I used
On
to laugh at it or something,
The
but
YouTube ads. Do you want to be your own boss? You're like,
Yeah.
shut up. Skip ad.
you're like, and now and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'll listen to that ad. What did you say? Hell
Michelle.
yeah, I want to be my own
Michelle,
boss.
are you listening? Like, what?
Who, me? Yeah, you caught my eye.
Do you want a body sculpt? I do. Wow.
Ew.
How did you know?
Do you want to see booties and tummies all day? I sure do. Send it.
Oh.
I see a lot of butts.
Oh,
Cute
nice.
butts.
How about the ones that are bad? You're like, Jesus Christ,
I
hurry the
haven't seen
fuck
not
up.
one bad butt. Let me tell you.
Not one.
Just not one bad booty. I got all the cute butts in my office.
Hey, so if you guys want to find some booties, come through and see Michelle.
I post them before and afters, just in case you guys want to take a good look at my.
Go follow that. It's gonna be right here. Go follow them if you want to guess. If you want to see the testimonials, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it
Actually,
is.
a great testimony because I am both of their clients.
Yes,
I am
sure
so
She sure is.
Living
She's
my
living the
life
best.
with these
Pampered
beautiful ladies.
queen.
They pamper me in every way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not me. I don't really pamper her. I kind of just like put
She
her
tortures
through
her.
it.
Well,
I pamper her. After
well,
the
it's
torture.
like a therapy.
It
And even
is.
though like you're,
Sweating
making me
and lifting.
sweat my ass off, work my ass off, still like they're like therapeutic, and
Yes.
And that's
our
why.
talks too are therapeutic. So
Mhm.
everything about these two ladies is therapeutic, and I love them both so much.
Hey, and that's why you need both of them, because you need to see Vanessa first. She's gonna kick your ass,
Yep.
and
then
then
you go upstairs to Michelle and you get that body sculpted. And snatched up.
Yeah.
and she makes
lymphatic
our ass look
drainage.
better and
Yes.
drainage.
It's a perfect duo.
It's a perfect
It really
duo.
is.
They do go hand in hand, not to
Yeah.
just like promote it, but
Right.
the businesses do go hand in hand and they coincide together. If you are active and you're hydrated, visiting Michelle will speed up results that you would like to see in the gym.
Mhm.
And that's just how it works.
Exactly.
So good. Full circle.
Full circle moment.
Full circle,
And
and
it is all about health, so
It
you guys are
is.
kind of in the medical
Health is wealth.
field.
I know, right? I wear
Low-key.
nitrile gloves to work. So hey, I'm damn near a doctor, to be honest. Like
that definitely came
Yeah.
full circle. Now
I
she's in the medical field now.
I'm in the medical field.
Take that, mom. Leave me alone.
Take that, mom and dad.
So let's finish in your story. So then
Yeah.
you go to Miami.
Yep.
So then you hit those classes and you're like, all right, this is for me, clearly. So
Yeah.
what's your mindset at that point? So
It was for me when I was there. I think also it was that training was just so nice. I felt like being there really opened my eyes to be like, wow, I really liked it, and also to hearing it, like good feedback, positive feedback from the woman doing the training session, like saying like, wow, you're really good and something. I'm like, oh, am I? Granted, she probably said that to everybody, but it was
She's-
really good.
she's done the YouTube ads.
Yeah.
She got you in. She reeled you in already.
She reeled me in, and I went home and I couldn't stop thinking about. So after the training, obviously, my Miami trip was over. I got back to work. I met a medical reception, and I just kept thinking, all right, just when? When is gonna be my time? I'm kind of like deciding when, and I'm pretty sure I finished off the year there or something. I gave it a couple months before I left. Yeah, it's a little foggy moment
I
there.
think I remember this very vividly, but I want to say November 1st
Wow.
was your last day.
I think November 1st, 12 o'clock. I remember.
I want to say like you
Yeah.
gave like your 2 weeks and like you finished off and it was or was it like February of the new year?
Yeah,
I
it
do
was
remember.
like February, right? Because that's what I'm trying to think of. So it was like in 2020, I took the classes, and then I think 2021 in February, I put in my thing, and then in September 1st of last year is when I took my first client.
So
is what I remember.
What
So
what took so what was like what was like making you not do it right when you came back? So
Oh,
what was like in
yeah.
your mindset? Like why didn't you just move?
as
wanna
much as
quit.
I know, as much as I hated the patients at my job, so like just how nasty people were, I loved who I worked with, and they were so nice, and I felt bad, and that's just my problem. I have a really bad time, like a hard time confronting like my bosses or managers or something. Like I've never left a job like. I have left a job.
Oh, except for that one that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like quitting like that, it was hard. Saying like I can't stay there. Also, too, that job was taking a toll on me physically. I had
Emotionally, so you were crying.
yeah, emotionally, physically. I mean, it just wasn't for me. So I just had to wait for the right time because of COVID, and they laid off a lot of people. I didn't want to be that girl that'd be like one of their best. I'm not even tooting my own horn. Seriously, I was one of their best employees because I was a team player. Like I really just literally said yes to anything. I'm like a yes man.
Oh no, but for real though, no, like honestly, at the same time though, they probably wish you would have quit because not for all these grants, they'd be making more money. Off you. I'm not even joking. Literally, being a small business, they probably made more.
I wish I would have quit earlier.
Yeah,
I
they would have made
gotten
more money if you
$600.
would have quit. Yeah.
I didn't make it in the cut for the extra 6. I literally quit right after they cut that off. I'm like,
Damn.
why would I do that? But whatever.
So then you made the move, and
Yeah.
first client said November 1st,
So the first client that
September 1st.
September 1st, I took my first client. Yes.
So so when you're opening up, so
in an office. I practiced before that at home, but in an office setting, it was September 1st.
The same office you're in now?
I started in Cranston for a month. In this office, it was way too expensive, and then I moved to the office now. But yeah,
So what was like that? What was that first step to do that? You were just out here just checking out
you know
office
what?
spaces? And
Yeah, like I feel like another thing is too is like it's a lot easier than what it sounds. Like
It
I feel
is.
like maybe a lot of women or young women or men don't really know, or maybe are skeptical. Like, oh, I could never do that. Actually, you can. I I didn't think it was that easy, but like I literally just looked up on Craigslist or on the internet, was just like commercial space, right? Or office space. And then like a listing
Dungeon
came up.
space.
Mom's basement space. And I didn't think I wanted to be in a salon. I think I wanted just my own room. I wanted my own privacy. It's more private, intimate kind of service. And so when I found a space, I literally just contacted them. I told them I was interested in my move-in day, and I gave them the money, and that was literally it.
Hey.
They didn't ask for pay stubs. They didn't do a background check. They didn't do nothing.
Oh, those commercial managers don't give a fuck. They're like,
didn't
"You
give
trying
a
to rent
fuck.
shit out?"
Get in here.
Just fill in the space. It's not like it's an apartment, you know. It's like
they're literally just like,
yeah,
"Man,
just
shut up, I don't
literally
give a
come
fuck."
on in.
Yes, we are.
I was gonna say, Naty
No.
should know. Actually, do you do background checks for commercial or anything?
Not for commercial.
Okay, not for commercial, right?
No.
That's pretty straightforward. You just kind of
Yeah,
sign
because
a
you're
lease
not
and call it.
living
They're
there.
not living there.
Exactly.
There's not like.
It's literally an empty
kitchen.
room.
It's literally
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just an empty room.
exactly.
It's literally just a bathroom, like a house.
If that.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the space even
Literally
has a
if.
bathroom.
Exactly.
My
So-
shit doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, the facility
Has a
probably
has a
does.
community
Oh, okay,
bathroom.
okay.
Like, and it doesn't have a
Like,
bathroom.
Does it have a bathroom?
bathroom.
Yeah, I don't have one in my office either. But yeah, people who get rent out commercial spaces must make
Yeah.
a freaking killing.
Honestly, I just tell them like, you know the laws. You know you need to have permits for this. Once you get these permits, I need copies. That's it.
See? Oh yeah, because you have some food or something.
So one of them is a cafe. So they have
cafe,
to get
yeah.
like a health inspector in there. They
That's
use
true,
that
that's
for
a little more
tasks.
intricate.
Yeah, it depends on the business then.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it
the
does.
other commercial space is a law office. And for them to be able to practice, they need to have all these licenses anyways. That office was there, like I inherited it when I purchased it, so I didn't really have to get into that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my like landlord, he's on me about getting my insurance though. He will
Renter's
hound me.
insurance?
I tell them too, like you need to get your insurance.
I mean, I have it, but he's like, long story short, like the secretary misplaced it. I'm like, bitch, I gave that shit to you like last year. We talking about? I give it to you the minute I got it, and she's like, what if I lost it? Can you give it to me? I'm like, yeah, bitch, when I get a chance. And then she was literally calling the shit out of me. I'm like, if you don't leave me the fuck alone. She's like, oh, he's called me like 50 times. Can you please get it to me? I'm like, well, it's not my damn fault. Long story short, my landlord is definitely on that shit though.
Yeah.
So
But
They are.
your space is way bigger.
yeah,
Like I'm just like I said, I'm just starting. This is like my first commercial property. So it's actually it's mixed use, so commercial and residential.
yes.
And so with the commercial units, to me it's not too crazy because it's very straightforward. Luckily, I inherited like that law office, and then the commercial space I renovated it, and it was able to find people like right away,
Nice.
Yeah,
which was
that's
good.
awesome.
And
Always the best.
you know, they told me and they were really open about what they want to do with the space, and I just told them, you know, I'm not responsible for anything. If you guys want to add anything, you guys have to do that. Anything you do, you know, like I have a whole contract with them. You know,
Nice.
So
You gotta be pretty straightforward.
very
when it
pretty
comes to-
straightforward,
yeah.
and like what they're responsible for, what I'm responsible for, is very straightforward.
Nice. So we're finally hearing at the end of both of your guys' stories. So now you guys are open. So, but I don't maybe no. Oh, your coaches. Well, did you have anybody like who have like inspired you to get to that point where you guys are at? Like anybody you can say like, oh, this is like the person that made me the person I am, like their hard drive, their work, or like maybe celebrities or your parents or uncles, or do you have anybody
Yeah.
that you can like say you looked up to growing up that like instilled these values in you guys?
I mean, my mom is a freaking like go-getter. My mom has always trained us, trained or raised, whatever, us to
Both.
be like,
Hurry up!
We're two dogs.
You're washing the dishes. 10 seconds. Hurry up!
But she's always engraved it in our minds that we can literally do whatever we want if we just like work hard at it. But she's also like she's like a workaholic. Her work ethic is insane.
Yeah,
Like
it
I feel like I
definitely
don't even think I've ever seen, when I growing up, I've never seen my mom call out of work. And my dad, same thing. Like their work ethic was crazy. So I think I definitely got my work ethic and my like ambition and my drive from them, because like they just were never stopping. My mom would at one point work 2 jobs. My dad was working all day. Even he would pick up a random job too. It was just like, I don't know. They were both just go-getters. They would just work.
They definitely were. And I mean, I feel like that had a lot of influence on us without even realizing that it had so much influence on us. But I also feel like I do it almost for myself, or, you know, I do it to set an example for like my sister or like my brother. And if I can at least try to figure it out as much as I can and just go after it, like I know I still have that support, but at the end of the day, if I can try to figure it out, then I can help them as much as I can regardless. So
you're thinking like, maybe I can repay my parents back if I make it to that next point. And
yeah, I would love to, you know, and, you know, give them exactly everything they've ever given to me. I would love to return that to them and more, you know, just see them happy and comfortable. And, even though my dad literally retired and he came out of retirement, you know what I mean? That's just how they are. They're just, their worth ethic is insane. So
He said, never mind.
yeah.
he pulled the Tom.
I'm
He
bored.
pulled the Tom Brady. Do you know who Tom Brady is?
I do.
Oh, okay. So to make sure he retired and came back.
that famous baseball player, right?
Yes, him. He's Ric Flair's dad.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So that's what's up. So like, yes, do you have like those same thoughts too? Like maybe at the end of the day, you know, I can help my parents out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you're striving for.
Yeah, I just look at all the amount of cash apps my dad ever sent me, and I just hope that one day I can match it and send it all back. I'm like, Daddy, don't worry. One day, this is all going back to you. It's an investment, I
You
swear.
could actually go on Cash App and see like how much money this
Yes,
person has
has
sent
sent
you,
you
and then how
from
much
day
money
one.
you've sent them, like since the beginning of Cash App.
think-
And me and Michelle will die laughing.
Yeah, but
seeing
it's
my
hilarious.
poor fucking father.
Hey, supporting you guys. I need that support at the same
My
time.
mom
though.
too. She's coming clutch,
God.
but my dad.
What a good dad.
Yeah, he's a great dad.
Yeah.
Love you, Dad.
That's what's so. No, that's dope though. Like, you know, especially having those thoughts too. Like, you know, I want to repay my parents for whatever like they've done to help me out.
Yeah.
You know,
Even though I'm sure they
Listen.
probably wouldn't even take it.
I know.
you know what's crazy? You know, do you guys know who Anthony Davis is?
Yes, the basketball
fighter.
player.
The fighter.
Oh.
He fights with a basketball. Just drills you in the face. But his parents like helped him out a lot, and he tries to give his dad like front row tickets to all the games. His dad's like, nope, I'm buying my tickets to go see you. And he's like, bro, that's nuts. Like his dad won't take a gift from him.
I love.
He's a multi-millionaire. He can do whatever he wants. But like that's dope when you have like those parents. He's like, no, I don't want my son to think I did this for me. He's like, I did this to help him out, and I don't care if he's a millionaire or not. Like, I still love him, and that's that dope like parenting. Like, you know, I love hearing those type of stories.
Is Anthony Davis the one with the unibrow?
Unibrow, yeah.
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 That's right. All right.
So you do know who he
I
is.
do know now.
Yeah, that's what's up. So like,
Oh, I was thinking of Gervonta Davis.
that's so random. They know who he is. First off,
I know. I only know him because he dated.
he DM'd you. That's
someone.
why.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm playing the Celtics
Signed
tonight.
an
Where you
NDA,
at?
Effie, I can't talk about it.
Well, I can. So he was in Boston, but that's what's up. So like, getting back to what I was gonna say about you though, that question I had originally. See, good memory. Women empowerment. So like, do you think you feel some type of way? Like, do you think you ever run into people, like you said, judging you, where you're like, damn, well, she's a fitness trainer. I'm not gonna go to a girl fitness trainer because I was being the host here, and these must be common questions. So I want to get your thoughts on this. So like, what do you say to people who are like, no, I'm not gonna get a girl trainer? Like,
I mean, it's interesting. I've never gotten negative feedback about being a female and a trainer, But I will say male trainers have the upper hand because a male trainer will get female clients simply because he's fit, he's athletic. You know, girls like to go to the gym to see like their gym crush or gym. It could be your own trainer. You know what I mean? Like that motivates some girls. And then they also get men. So they get both. They get men and women. I feel like as a female trainer, it takes a lot for you to have male and female clientele.
So what do you get more? Do you get females? Question mark?
I do get a lot of females. However, I have noticed.
Well, I love you just give like the dots. You give the IG dots. What you gonna say next?
However, I've noticed being single that I do get.
Oh, your male clientele has skyrocketed.
My male clientele inquiries have just been extremely high lately.
Interesting
reaction.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Such a
So
coincidence.
it's it becomes a thing where it's like, what are we really doing? Do you actually need a trainer? Because I'm about to send you a price list, a scheduled time frame, and you either show up or you don't. And some do. Some do drop-ins. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of awkward as like being a female and having a male client. I have one male client.
You won't even believe who it is.
You won't even believe
Me.
this
Surprise!
this scumbag is. No, I'm just kidding. It's
No, he's
my
not.
Brother, fucking mother,
brother.
leave me alone.
It is my sweet baby angel of a brother. My brother, he.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah.
That's
my
laughing.
It's my brother.
That was not talked about beforehand, guys. That was a genuine ass laugh. I was joking.
No, it's dead ass my brother. He is literally a paying client. He pays. He
he's
comes
so
to the gym about
sweet.
3 to 4 times a week. He gets it every single time. He loves it. We bond, we hang out, we shoot the shit, and he works out. And I just tell him what to do, and he's come such a long way.
Yeah, he looks great.
So it's nice to see him kind of trust me, and why not? You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, hold. Sorry, you finished with that?
yeah, but that's my only male client. Other than that, I am very skeptical.
Just gonna say, how is he your only male client? You just said your inquiries are skyrocketed. So
Well,
where's the?
See, I feel like the males pop in, so they'll kind of like do a drop in or message me for a workout. They don't become a consistent client. Like my brother has been training with me consistently. Naty has been training with me consistently. They're more of like messaging me to see me on a Tuesday afternoon
For an hour?
But hey, they're paying. They're coming in. I mean, I've had stretch.
What kind of field are you in?
Wait, so
Paying for an hour, huh?
They're paying for that hour.
hey, so are you? Is all your prices the same for everybody, or is it?
Shut
Yes.
up, Sophie.
Yes.
Hey, I'm being a host here.
The male clients get the same prices the females do.
$1,000 for an hour. Pay the
That's
price,
the average,
motherfucker.
right? That's what I pay.
Natalia's like, what?
I will not disclose what I
She signed an
pay,
NDA as
but
well.
it's exactly, I signed an NDA. But let me tell you,
It's not.
It's high. Yeah.
But so
It's high.
are you like really discreet about your prices, or are they out there in the open? I genuinely don't know.
No, I have a flyer. I just send out a flyer. It's the same flyer everyone will get. Like if someone's cousin were to message me and then, you know, her best friend messaged me, chances are they both got the same flyer.
Intriguing. So I don't even know the prices. Do you want to say them now? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all packages. So the bigger the package you buy, the less it comes out to an hour. So I'll just start with like the basics. So if you do a 24 session package,
come on, guys.
Michelle grabbed my ass. It's my fault. You threw me
I
off.
couldn't help it. I'm so sorry.
24 session package, is $45 a session. So it's about 1060, 1080, I believe. I don't know the math on that, but it's usually the one everybody does. It's 1060. It's $45 a session, and you can pay that up front or in certain installments. I allow installments.
Run that up.
Or you can buy
Afterpay.
like one session and it's like $75.
Intriguing. So
But why would you want to do one session when you can just buy a few more and get it cheaper by the hour?
I thought it was like secretive because I had Fredo Fitness on the podcast, and I asked Fredo, "What's your prices?" And he's like, we'll discuss it after. I'm like, "Fuck what? Say it now."
I mean, those are my prices.
Yeah.
You can go to someone more expensive. You can go to someone a little bit cheaper.
Hey, but shout out Fredo Fitness, baby. Go. He just opened up. He's come back on the podcast. One of my favorite guests right there. One of my favorite guys. He is shredded as fuck. Go see him. Alfred Dornber.
I love that.
You know what Alfred is? He's like one of those Pawtucket legends.
Alfred is fit AF.
Jacked.
Jacked, yeah.
Jacked, in shape, track shape, every type of shape.
He be trying to get me to work out with him, but I'm just like,
She's loyal.
I'm loyal to my girl Vanessa.
Oh,
Hey, she's loyal, but
trying to take my people, Alfred. That's murder beef right there. Don't let me catch you out here in these gyms.
Catch her outside.
Do not catch me outside of Edge.
You gotta throw Gray.
I've seen her.
Gray's
I've
little
seen her bench
outside.
press.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
she's outside, baby. No, the real dog. Go check out Fredo. Go check out
He's cool.
Vanessa. There's a lot of different people out here. A lot of different trainers and
Yes.
So-
there's plenty of people
Ooh.
Yeah.
to go around. There's
Plenty-
no competition. I feel like I support other trainers in this industry, and
honestly, that's what going back to Fredo though. He was saying that's one of the things he appreciates the most. He says that say when you're doing football, you're doing any other type of business. A lot of people hate on each other. Do you agree with this? He says in the fitness realm that's only things he's done where everybody supports each other.
Yeah.
So there's a fitness trainer in Pawtucket, fitness trainer in Cranston.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hate. They're gonna be like, you know what? If you want to go see Vanessa, go check out Vanessa. If you want to go check out Fredo, go check out Fredo. He says that he feels no genuine threat. Like everyone genuinely wants everyone to be better.
I honestly feel like if you're a trainer, you have a passion for fitness, you want to see people be fit, do athletic. Yeah, there's sometimes I see trainers doing kind of some workouts that I'm like, not my choice, but to each their own, and they're still making people healthier than making them sit on the couch and eat chips all day. So I totally applaud. I love chips too. In moderation.
Yeah.
Eat chips in moderation. But I totally support it. I honestly don't see there being an issue at all.
So that all being said, though, there is multiple trainers. There's a lot of trainers everywhere. Every street corner you can see.
It is saturated.
Saturated. But so what makes you different than the rest?
I feel like the accessibility. I feel like a lot of times this is my livelihood. This is what I do. This is what I know. I feel like I can be patient with you. I can switch things up with you. If it's not working, we can try something new. I'd rather work with you than kind of blame you, essentially. Like let's change your mindset on certain things. I feel like when you are training with me, it's more of like we're building a relationship in life as general. So in general,
Like we can go on a date?
Yeah, like we can definitely go on a few healthy dates.
Oh, okay.
You're paying by the hour. I mean, you can.
I mean, technically, it's going to count as a session when we go out on this date, but it's all right.
Are you picking up the tab?
I would pick up the tab.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Take that, Natalia. But no,
What is that supposed to mean?
you guys will find out on the next podcast. Ooh, cliffhanger. So, not the real though. So this threw me off. No, but no, like seriously. So then they're going to see you. Like I had a question. I'll say it to you as well. So say if I go to you, and I've never hit the gym because there's a lot of people who are scared to hit the gym.
Right.
How are you convincing? No, not convincing, but hey, I reach out to you. I DM you. Hey, Vanessa, I'm really new to the gym. I'm kind of nervous. It kind of scares me seeing people work out. I kind of get embarrassed in front of people. I'm really out of shape. What are you saying to that person?
Honestly, those are my exact DMs for every, I would say 90% of my clients.
Yeah, no, have your phone mirrored.
90% of my clients do message me starting off with they've They're not really in some sort of gym atmosphere. They don't even know where to begin. And it's the best because I want it to be exactly how it was for me when I started going. I wasn't too familiar. I wanted some guidance without feeling pressured. Like, come on, like you can do more than that. Like, don't give up on yourself. But at the same time, it's like letting you find that potential that other people saw in me. So essentially knowing your worth and knowing you're capable of more than you think. Like, sometimes I have to remind clients that they're a lot stronger than they think if they just tried something. And if it fails, it fails. We're in a safe space. And I would never put them at risk or danger. You know what I mean? I've never had any issues like that. But once they do accomplish it, it's rewarding for them and it is rewarding for me. I feel like it's just more genuine and sincere when it comes from me. I'm not here to judge you on what you look like or what you eat or anything like that because I've been there.
Okay, so where's the healthy balance though, where you kind of do need to be like, all right, look, motherfucker, you coming to see me, we're doing these workouts. Are you making them finish the workout even if they're struggling? Are you work with them? You know what? Next time we'll take this one off. Next time we'll do it or not. They're listening to you. They gotta do the workout. I mean, I guess we have your client here, so it'd be best to hear from the client herself. So are you in those situations? Are you? So they're doing the workout. You know, all right, stop being a bitch. What kind of person? What kind of trainer are you? Are you like the comforting one? Or are you like, shut the fuck up? Put the fucking bench on, motherfucker. We're doing this.
I said, grab that 50, not that 30.
I'm a 10. Shut the fuck up. Grab the 50.
No,
I don't want to take any more, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. No,
Burn that ass, Natalia.
I definitely think it's more of just, I'll give you an option. If you're going to give me lip about something, which most clients don't, they kind of just do as I say.
I do what I'm told.
Exactly. Yeah, Naty definitely does.
I
I'll put any weight on that bar. She'll squat it.
Do it.
Okay.
She'll squat it.
She's
So
like, I think this might be a little heavy. I'll be like, okay.
Vanessa's like,
Shake some ass.
While you're at it.
but I have some clients who are opinionative, like, like I don't want to do that. I'm like, well, you either do this or you do this. So I give like an option. Like, if you don't want to do this challenging exercise, I have this challenging exercise. And then I'll let them choose. I'll let them pick their poison, essentially. But it's still a workout beneficial for them. But I had that today, actually.
oh, nice. So
I'd say I'm a star client.
Yes, she is. She comes in, she does it, gets it done.
nice. So how are you? Like, are you coming up with a specific plan for every single client specifically, or I don't know your style, so I don't know. So you tell me. So like, if I came in, if you have me and Natalia as a client, are you treating me just like you treat her?
It all depends on goals, honestly, like what you're looking to do. If you were both looking to gain strength and maybe gain muscle, then yes, you'd both be on a very similar program, different weights, but essentially similar training styles. If you were looking to gain muscle and gain weight, and Natalia was looking to lose weight, maybe like lose fat essentially or anything like that, maybe slim out, she wants to look leaner, shred out, then she would be on a different training regimen than you would be. But for the most part, everyone has very similar goals because they're more.
So are you
women.
providing just a training regimen, or are you providing dietary solutions as well?
I do a meal plan, which I've switched up over time. I used to be very specific on like what breakfast could look like saying like eggs, spinach, this, that, or oats and protein shake. Da, da, da. Now I kind of just simplify it and give them an option of like, you get to choose what protein. It's just this amount of whatever protein.
Is
This
that
amount.
is that included in your pricing, or is that
It is.
separate?
Yep. So I do, during our consultation, we go over pricing, a schedule, and then it includes a meal plan and a home workout guide, or a guide you can use at a gym, which includes like free weights, things like that.
Does that come access? If they have any questions, they can reach out to you as well at any time.
Yeah, anytime. All my clients text me at any time. I have clients who, hey, I'm going to the gym tonight. Even though they have a training regimen, they'll text me saying, I'm going to the gym tonight.
2 a.m. What's up, Vanessa? I have a quick question.
2 a.m. Maybe not. I actually get text like 2 a.m. saying they're not coming in the next day, but nothing like
That makes sense.
like, hey, what's a workout I could do?
At 2 in the morning.
What's a work I could do right now?
Fuck. You go rest sometime.
You're trying to fuck.
Oh, hey, they got one right here, actually.
You know how to swing that thing.
That thing.
When it's
Average dick.
Oh yeah.
How come it sounds so manly?
I didn't change.
does.
I didn't change
It
that. I
sounds
didn't
like-
change
It sounds like a dude.
Well, you were lit that night, but
Dick.
so no, that's what's up. So yeah, man, that's a lot of it to it. So Michelle, I'm not forgetting about you, but just to wrap up on Vanessa real quick. So how are you guiding those DMs where you're like, you don't really mean this, you're trying to slide in?
I think it's tough when the previous DMs have been compliments or some sort of like, emoji reactions to my stories. So when they
A fucking cucumber or
An
Eggplant.
cucumber.
or a cucumber, hey, okay. They're all different.
right. Hey.
Whatever
That's a
you
new
want to
one.
say.
is there even a cucumber?
It's the,
Yeah, there
I think
is.
it's
Is there?
But it's
No,
chopped.
it's chopped.
What are they trying to say?
They're circumcised.
Oh, you
that's
don't want to hear that conversation.
No.
Oh yeah. No,
That's the
not
lost
that.
tapes.
Yes,
That's the lost.
Those are the outtakes.
those are not.
But,
not for the
That's
fans.
it to not be revealed.
Not revealed.
oh.
Sensitive subject around here.
But guys, if you subscribe to my Patreon, you'll get those. Come the outtake, baby.
For
It's like-
$5.99 a month. Find out what we prefer.
That's how I was like, please don't.
Please don't.
We'll even at the men.
Oh,
That's how I was like, that's the main reason why it's an outtake. but like,
but anyways.
yeah, how are you? So how are you? Guys, if you like this
back
part
to
of the conversation, you'll love the other 5 hours we have of
man.
like pure nonsense.
It always goes. It gets back to that. So.
Oh, it gets
Yeah, it
absurd.
always does. It always leads back.
It always goes back to something.
Honestly.
Cock. What?
Cock.
Some dirty mind.
We said cocks. Cock. That's where you should write that before.
Yeah.
So what was you saying? So how are you weighing these motherfuckers out who are scheming?
Once they DM me saying they need a trainer, I literally will send prices, and from that point on, I will know.
Crickets.
If yes, I will know if they're being serious or not. And
Straight crickets and cucumbers.
cucumbers.
Wait, so there's actually a quick question. So you said you're giving fitness regimens out, and now you're also trying to do your yoga
Yes.
license. So are you incorporating yoga with your training, or is that a separate fee, or
I
depends
do.
on the person, or?
I have some clients who like to come in for stretch sessions. They'll use one of their sessions as a stretch session for the day. It's not hands-on stretching. It's very like I go through a flow and you mimic or mirror what I'm doing. I'm not like a physical therapist. I'm not gonna like cure, some sort of like, you have a torn ACL. You're not gonna come see me and go to physical therapy, and I'm not gonna heal you. But we'll go through some stretches to maybe alleviate some tight areas or something like that. But yes, I do both, which can be included or it can be a separate thing. So it would mainly be nutrition, any help on nutrition you need. CBT, so personal training. You want to learn how to use the gym.
CBT is a kink.
CPT? What is that?
CPT.
Oh, CPT?
Yeah.
Why CPT?
Did you say CPT or CBT?
CPT.
Never mind, I'm editing that part out.
Certified personal trainer.
Oh,
Or personal
Oh, kinky.
kidding. All right, you'll get another one. All right, so you should CBT. What else?
So nutrition, personal training, and one-on-one, like a yoga session essentially.
Nice. Out of curiosity, I'm not sure if you want to get into this or not, but like personal trainers, like, those homegrown gyms. So how are you coming up with pricing? Do you just come up with that yourself, or is that like a baseline where gyms like you just kind of go off other people's, or
What
Secrecy.
yeah, I don't know.
well, I mean, no, I think it's just like, yes, you compare your prices to other people's, and it goes based off like equipment, what the gym offers, especially if it has like, top notch equipment, and which some people don't realize is hard to find at some gyms. Like, good equipment isn't easy to find at like just any gym, so that's why it's charged at a certain amount. But essentially, when the gym first opened up, we kind of reached out to see what people's price points were, and then we all kind of use the same prices, and then it's up to you if you want to be cheaper or more expensive.
Do you ever work with people? Like, you said you have payment plans, so you can do like payment plans and stuff.
Yeah, I do. I usually do like I call it like my afterpay. It's a fourth every 2 weeks. Or you can just pay it up front, or.
And how can these people pay? Like Cash App, Zelle, credit card?
Exactly that. No credit card, just Cash App, Zelle, or Venmo.
Venmo, and then to reach out to you, Fitness Palacio.
Yep, and if you mean business and you actually send that payment.
Walk-ins to the gym as well is allowed?
Yeah, we do walk-ins. If someone's in the gym, they'll give you plenty of information on it.
Okay, cool.
Group classes, so.
Love it. Yeah, I love all hearing all that type of stuff. So we have, that is Fitness Palacio right there. If you guys have any question, you can chime in as well, Natalia or Miche Doug. So on your end, so I feel like you're on the opposite spectrum. So you probably have guys sliding in more, because you asked the body sculpting. Do you feel like people are coming in, or you have more female clientele? I don't know. I've never been in a body sculpting environment. So you guys school me. I'm just all curiosity right now.
I will say that it's definitely more like women. Predominantly more women.
Why
than
would you
men,
have a lot of male clients?
but I do have a good amount of male clients as well.
Do you think male clients feel probably on the opposite spectrum of Vanessa, where they feel like maybe embarrassed or something like that, or?
Not at all. I think they just don't know enough about it.
I don't
But
know
once
shit about
they're-
it, so you can tell me about it.
Yeah. Like, it's not embarrassing at all. As long as, like, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with somebody rubbing your stomach with a, ultrasound looking probe with some jelly on your belly. And I'm just, staring down at you. I mean, no, it's not as intimidating as it sounds.
Jelly on your belly.
Jelly on your
Jelly
belly. And some oil on your tummy.
What do you do for the BBLs?
So that you can take your
Well-
pants off, but you leave your underwear on. So
Guys,
I feel like
you want to hear that?
BBLs.
Subscribe to my Patreon. So,
okay, subscribe to Effie's Patreon if you want to see him get a vacuum BBL.
guys, it's on there. It's on there, baby. Let's
on
get
it
it.
there.
Let's get it. I
Big
got tidy
section
whities
there.
on.
Michelle, have you had any guys do the BBL?
No,
I didn't think
no,
so.
no
She's
gay.
like, NDA, can't talk about it.
I know, right? No, not at all. I would have definitely no guy has ever asked. I think the weirdest suggestion a guy has asked is if I offer happy endings. I'm just kidding.
I said, probably not.
I was like,
not that weird.
I'm just
Was it
kidding.
Deshaun Watson?
No, someone asked me.
Sean Watson.
You get my joke.
I don't know who that is.
I'm actually really in tune with athletes. Every athlete, well, minus the wrestler, but everyone else you've mentioned, I'm like, I know who that is.
Who's Sean Watson?
Deshaun Watson,
He's a football player.
he's suspended for 11 games, and he is currently being sued by 25 females for asking for, well, not asking, he's got happy endings by them. He's got massages, and it's like,
Really?
Wow.
yeah, now they're
Yeah.
all accusing him, and he's suspended now for 11 games.
He's like,
That is the short story of it.
while you're over there.
You're not the only one, Michelle. I don't know who he is either.
Yeah, I know. I had no idea. No, so
That's who
a
he
guy
is.
had asked if I could do his pecs.
So, hey, he's trying to get those, trying to look at Johnny Bravo, baby.
No. Not to boost them, to reduce them.
Damn.
So
You got some D's, trying to get some D's. Damn.
you should have seen my face. You should have seen my face when he had asked me. He was
You
just
can
like,
reduce them?
Well, if you think about it, breasts are just, it's just some of it is fat. If you think about it. So I guess he wanted me to just like burn some fat off his chest. But I consulted with my my mentor, the one who did the certification with me, and she just recommended we don't.
It'll give him cancer.
It's too close to his heart.
Yeah, it's very, very
Close to those
touchy area. I
organs.
would never go that high ever. But it's funny because my
Can you
vacuum.
do BBL on them?
Yeah, so my vacuum BBL machine is actually set for breast pumping as well, like lifting, breast lifting. But
never done that one.
I know, no, I
I'm kidding.
they told us not to do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
she made sure to be very clear.
Not to. I mean, first of all, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to know what that looks like.
Right, the angle on that is just absolutely hilarious. I don't think I could hold my laughter throughout a session, but that is absolutely insane. Because mind you, it's sucking.
It's
so
sucking.
it's
Yes, so
sucking
it's-
That
and
sounds
letting
kinda
go,
painful,
sucking
though,
and
on
letting
your-
go.
So it just looks like something out of a cartoon.
Literally, it would
That
be
sounds
hire
like
me
it'd
if
be
you want.
painful.
No, so that's crazy. So how? Wait, that's the craziest shit that you
Yeah,
did. So.
yeah. But yeah, mainly women is what I get. But I feel like once men are like, oh, cool, like you know what? Yeah, because you know what? Some men do have stubborn fat. Like
Yeah,
whether it's on
men
the,
do
on the
it
love
too.
handle or something,
Yeah.
like they just want to come in, and I'm like, honestly, it actually helps a lot. And the funniest part is that men actually have a lot quicker results because men are just always God's favorite, and it just you guys burn fat faster than women.
Yeah,
So
we
They
have to work
do.
really hard.
yeah, we have to work hard.
Yeah. So at this point you're building your clientele. So how? I mean, it's the same thing as kind of like Vanessa. How you're just like posting on your social medias a lot. How
Yeah.
do you think you're gaining traction, and how can people reach out to you?
To be honest, I feel like word of mouth for me at least. Believe it or not, because I do body sculpting, I show a lot of body parts. The algorithm on Instagram actually like hides my stuff. It doesn't actually let me like
Haters.
so when I try to promote an ad and God forbid there's a stomach on there, they reject my ads. They don't let me
Sucks.
promote body images. They only let me promote like words pretty much.
Have you tried TikTok?
I have tried TikTok. It doesn't blow up, but it's another form of marketing, I guess. But word of mouth is my ultimate marketing right now. Like,
So if you want to sell people, so what are
Yeah.
you? What can they do to come to you?
Yeah,
kind of said
Skin
in the
by
beginning.
Miva.
So
so literally you can just either message me on Instagram or text me. My phone number is in the in my bio on the business page. So it's at Skin by Miva, MIVA. You can just literally send me a message or just hit book now and just literally put yourself in for a 30-minute session of whatever, pick a time and day and come on in. It's literally that easy.
So like at that point, so now you've been doing it for about a year. It's not. It seems like so.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets? Like you're fully
No.
bumping. Like
I love it.
Everybody can always do better. I think
Yeah.
everybody can always do. I always think that at least.
Yeah.
So, but you're at that point where at least you're comfortable in what you compared to what you're doing
Yes.
beforehand.
Oh my God, yes. Like there's days where I drive by my old job sometimes, like if I'm in Cranston or Johnston, and I'm just like, wow, like on a Wednesday I'd be stuck in that office right now, taking care of people who are throwing me their insurance cards or yelling at me because they have a $500 deductible they haven't met this year. So like just to be able to drive around on my or give myself the day off because I felt like it, or giving my going shopping midday on a Wednesday is like or taking the day off just because I didn't want to work
Because
today.
you a bad bitch.
Cause I'm a bad
That's
fucking
right.
bitch.
Aye.
Eh.
Bad bitches are all around.
Yeah, exactly. A whole table full of bad bitches right now, including
Hey.
Effie. Okay.
Hey, get it, baby.
It's a great feeling. I don't regret not one thing, and I feel like finally have the flow. Because when you first start something new, you're so scared. You don't know the dialogue. You don't know the conversations. You don't know what to
Facts.
say. You stutter. You mess up. There was at one point when I first started, I used to forget to hit start on the machine, so I literally would not do anything for a
my
whole hour.
God.
I went like a whole hour, and I'm like,
I remember
oh my God,
that.
I never hit start.
And the guy's
So-
like, I love it, so good. You're like, you're
I
fucking
see
flirting,
that.
motherfucker. I knew it.
I see the results. Like, yeah, no. So that was an oopsie. I've learned though. I've come a long way. But
Hey, I'm like 80 episodes in. I stuttered in the beginning of this podcast, so it's cool. It happens sometimes.
oh yeah, it
It
happens.
It's
But
bloopers.
yeah, it's the best though. I love it.
Hey, I love hearing that. So, wrapping this up, what words of advice would you have to anybody starting their own business, Vanessa?
I would say don't be afraid to take that risk. I think that's the hardest part. I think just doing it or trying it is the hardest part. Don't be afraid to fail. Chances are you most likely you won't, or you'll meet something, or you'll kind of like find something new you like because you tried it, or you'll find new connections with people. Everything is a learning experience, and taking that risk isn't something that should stop you. I feel like just go for it, essentially. Just go for it. Try it out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to fail. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. It is what it is. You literally have like literally this only life to live. Do whatever makes you happy.
Do whatever.
YOLO.
Seriously.
Oh, wait, we're old. Fuck.
Fuck.
You guys will hear about that in the next podcast.
My word of advice would just be, no dream is too big. I feel like just aim high. Just go all out. Whatever you want to do. Like, there's literally nothing's impossible. Like,
Yeah,
I never in a million years thought that I would be able to just like do what I wanted and be happy about it. Like, I thought, no. And I'm still not even where I want to be. So like, I just aim high. And
Aim high,
just
baby.
do it, honestly. Dream big. No dream is too big in my book. So that's my word of advice.
That's
aim
big
high.
facts.
You
And
gotta want it.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
gotta
thing.
really
you
want
have
it,
to
though.
want it. You can't just be like, I'm gonna try this and then
Yeah.
no, you have to want to like
Yeah,
it's all you
bad.
think about.
Yes.
It's all you do. It's
Yeah.
all you think about. Your time is invested into it. Go after it, but it's because you want to. You want it. You're
Oh, yeah.
invested in it. Your time, your money.
And I honestly feel like social media does also glamorize, having your own business or being your own boss. There's nothing glamorous about being your own boss. It's actually stressful. You grow like 500, maybe 5 gray hairs, but there's nothing glamorous about being your own boss. It's every single day. It's 7 days a week. Like, don't think it's like, I woke up this morning, I read my affirmations, and then I got a latte. No, you literally, even though I did do a vlog and I kind of did this.
I feel like I've seen that. What the fuck? You're lying.
No, but that was half
Doing it for
my
the
day.
gram. Doing it for the gram.
No, that was half my day, and I literally did nothing that day. But behind closed doors, I'm like stressed. I'm answering texts and making sure my schedule's okay. I'm thinking of what I should post and paying my bills, and I don't know. But it's just not glamorized. Like you just gotta really hustle and put your best foot forward.
That's
no
the
matter
great
what.
segue for us. My last question, actually, and Natalia can answer this first or whatever the order you guys want. You guys can rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So, you guys talking about the begin the podcast, full circle to end podcast, being females in this day and age, starting your own businesses and being your own self-independent contractors. How do you guys feel like it is guiding this day and age, being your own boss as a female in this era?
Do you want me to start?
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
She won.
So I think my field is different because I'm in real estate, and the real estate industry is very predominantly male.
Yeah. Oh,
So
fuck it.
for me, I still have some difficulties being a female and also having a young face. You know, I'm older than what I look. So sometimes contractors will just see me by myself and kind of try to take advantage of that. So I've still, have been maneuvering through those obstacles. And it's still like been a learning experience. I learn more and more through each project that I work on. But I always remind myself that I have come so far from where I ever thought I would be like a few years back. And I just got to keep pushing. And starting to build a team is really important, a team that supports you and that really believes in you and you believe in them, and you're able to build that much quicker.
Yeah, that's definitely good words of advice.
It's all a learning process,
Yeah.
but you
Hey.
just have to be persistent and believe in yourself,
And you gotta take that leap.
believe in your vision, and take that leap.
You'll never know unless you tried.
Exactly. Opportunities only come once in a lifetime, and you either take them or you fumble them. And I have had my share of like deals where I am at the closing and I am so nervous, like I'm ready to back out. but God gave me this opportunity and put this opportunity in my lap. So I'm going to take it, and I might fail, I might not, but I'm going to learn along the way. And I was put in this position for a reason. So that's how I look at it. I actually always like jump into things and I just be like, I'll figure it out as I go. So that's just like type
Trust
of
the
person that I
universe.
am, just trying to trust
Hey,
that I'm in this position for a reason. And
fake it till you make it.
God doesn't put you in any place that you can't handle.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
Amen.
Sink or swim, baby.
Yeah. And
Youngest goes first, oldest goes first. Your response?
Michelle, you can go. Overall, though, you're pretty much asking like as a woman, right?
Yeah, as a woman, like, and, you know, in this day and age, and, you know, obviously it's gotten better over time, but how do you feel like guiding your
Yeah.
way as like a female entrepreneur?
Yeah.
And like, do you feel that type of stress, or do you feel some type
Yeah.
of like weight on your shoulders being a female? Do you think it would be easier, or what's your mindset behind this? And
It's-
what, you know?
Honestly, I feel like this year, 2022, has been like a year of like, I call it, like, not even just me, I think in general, it's called a year of like enlightenment. I think a lot of women have started to like almost like open their eyes and see like what they're capable of, and it's been amazing. And it's funny too, because I actually have a lot of guys that will be like, oh wow, like this is really impressive, like I'm like really proud of you, or like I really respect you and your hustle and what you do and stuff. And it's like, I don't see it as a threat anymore. Like I don't see being like a woman and having my own business like almost taboo. I almost feel like it's something that we now control.
Yeah, we
I feel like we dominate being our own boss, because you know that whole like phrase boss babe and blah blah blah. But like I feel like we've always had that dominance, because honestly, without it, I feel like every successful business for the most part, and don't quote me on this, has a lot of hardworking women working it. If you think about it, we are like the root of a lot of businesses and stuff. But being like your own boss or being in this type of field, I don't feel overwhelmed. I think it's actually pretty cool. Sometimes I get nervous saying it, because I feel like it's too much for some people or some guys. I feel like they get maybe they'll feel a little intimidated, right? Like you don't know if you can say it, but I mean, I own it, of course. Like I'm not ashamed of it, but I do kind of say it humbly. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, I'm my own boss. But I find it kind of interesting how this year specifically, I've just noticed that so many women have become their own boss, and it's so inspirational. And I honestly feel like it's like a perfect time for this. So I don't feel left out, or I don't feel like I'm being like attacked or anything, or like this is like a masculine thing. I feel like it's literally just a human thing. I feel like it's very equal. I feel like a lot of men and women have started their own businesses, and it's been great. But the feedback I get from men has been nothing but great, actually.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I think being a woman and being my own boss hasn't affected the fact that if I am a woman or whatever the case is, it's like I think seems to be working just fine. But it's also in other fields too. So like, let's say you weren't an entrepreneur and you just, in a business. I see women getting promotions. I see them moving up. I see them taking on side hustles. I have a cousin of mine. She is so talented. She does charcuterie boards and chocolate covered strawberries, and she has a full-blown full-time job, but has an amazing talent for this side hustle. And I think it's great. She takes new job opportunities. She tells. The thing is women are no longer afraid to be very transparent about what they want. If they feel like they're being overworked, underpaid, if their title, if their job description is A, but they're doing A and B, it's being said, I'm here to do A. You're not going to come here and tell me I'm doing A and B. And it's nice to see, like, go after it, respect yourselves. I think that's what it mainly is. It's respect. It's having that voice to do whatever it is you want and work your way towards it. But I think it's great. I have a great support system. I couldn't do it without a lot of people I have in my life, and I appreciate every single one of them. But me working hard and you know, I have another side gig on top of training. You know, it motivates lots of people, and not just women. I'm telling you, it motivates men.
Mm-hmm.
Men see you working, men see you going after it, and they're like, fuck, me too. Shit.
Yeah, like circling
Like,
back
oh,
to what you
fuck.
guys are saying, I actually saw a TikTok. I think it was today. And it was actually a guy speaking on how back in the day, women, you know, were in higher positions, like as queens. And men usually were helping them build their empires. So women being those leaders, and if men actually opened up their mind a bit more, they would be a bit further in life if instead of sexualizing women, if they actually took the time to know women on a deeper level mentally, they would be a lot further. Because
Where would you be, Effie?
well, that's just a TikTok.
Effie
I
would be
saw.
the fucking president.
For real.
And actually,
Let us run your life, Effie.
back in the day, they were saying that queens, they would have like the kings, and the kings would actually be next in power. Like if the queen was to die, so like the queen is the one who was like
I feel like it makes sense.
like on top of everything,
like,
on top of
yeah,
everything, delegating
see
everything.
that.
I see that, like delegating everything and making the kingdom run like efficiently. And the men that were like under her were supporting her in that. And if she was to die, then they would take over her reign.
Like the bees.
Yeah, like the
bees. The worker bees and the worker ants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would just say, like, ending off the podcast, just having you guys on, love hearing these type of stories. And I think, like, I know I joke a lot and stuff like that, like, especially on the podcast, but I was having, like, a serious side of me, you know. This would be more, I mean this part of it. A lot of the stuff I say on the podcast I don't mean. Just surprise, spoiler alert to people. I'll be joking around a lot. But I'll say this is a serious moment. So, like, I think hustling doesn't discriminate. So when I agree definitely what Vanessa was saying, where, you know, I think, you know, back in the day, I don't agree with definitely back in the day at all. Like right now, like, hustling doesn't discriminate. So none of you guys are all hustling. So people can always come up with excuses all the time.
Yeah.
Like you could have came up with excuses back in your 16 job. You could have been on job 20 right now. And like literally not for real. Like you could have been,
Yeah.
but then you're like, you know what? I'm done with the excuses. Let's go out here and let's hustle. And you bend yourself and you did it. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people just start bitching. Like, oh, my boss doesn't like me. Everyone hates me. Oh, it's because I'm a girl. It's because I'm Colombian. Oh, it's because everyone's against me. Or you can just do something about it.
Right.
And like all three of you guys, and I say me as well, but especially being females in this world, all three of you guys did something about it. So you guys can continue coming up with the complaints, keep running up that same excuse to your kids. What kind of like example are you going to be? Or you guys can put up or shut up. And you guys put up, and yeah, you guys just put up. And like I respect the shit out of that. And you can be a female, you can be a male. That shit does not matter. Hustle literally does not discriminate. So you guys are here, guys can be doing the same thing you're doing, but like, you know, someone started like doing real estate just where you started. Someone built their gym just like what you're doing, and you can be the next person up. And I definitely respect the shit out of that same thing. Obviously, same thing with you with body sculpting. Like, I'm sure there's people who bought a company and just have females working. You can be the next guy doing that, female doing that. So like, I think you know, you get the results you put into it, like you were saying. So like, you know, you guys don't have to be here right now doing this. You never know. Like this might be another thing. Like all four of us blow up as podcast hosts. You don't know. Like literally, like
Right.
you legit never know. Like you guys don't have to be here right now.
Please.
Yeah, like for sure. But like not for real. Like none of us have to be here doing this shit. Like we could be out here home just chilling, sleeping for the next day. But like we're out here, you never know what comes up next. And like I don't say no to nothing. So, cause like you never know what that.
Effie's
especially
down with
that.
the shit.
Down with the
He's
shits.
down with whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You sound like a slut.
So But on the real though, like, yeah, because like legit, like, and I respect the shit out of like all three of you guys, because females, because legit, like, yeah, I respect that, because I think a lot of people come up with excuses. Guys and girls come up with excuses, and
Yeah.
and just like I just think I've like kind of agreeing with Michelle said. I never agreed with like, oh, just because I'm a female or a male, like, or maybe you're just bitching.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just bitching, and shut up and put the work in.
Right.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yep.
And just do it, and you
There's
never
really
know.
No excuse.
Yeah, you'll be surprised what
Doesn't
like,
matter how you were raised. It doesn't matter what your childhood was like. Just
everybody got trauma.
everybody has
doesn't-
some,
also-
everybody has some obstacle.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't have the money," but like, there's
Oh,
no. Trust
you
me.
thought we did? No.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
how. Yeah,
It's
just
something called using other people's money. It's not-
Yeah, get a sugar daddy. And no, for listen, like, you never.
Ask for
Obviously, there's
help,
investors
too.
and ask for help. You never
Yeah.
know. Like,
it
you never
doesn't
know.
hurt. Yeah.
Does not hurt.
But also have your full time or that one source of income, obviously,
Yeah.
but be putting it aside to put it towards.
And
something
sometimes
even
you
better.
have to put your pride aside. It's okay to be like, I can't afford this right now. I need help. It's okay to reach out to friends, family, see what they can do, because $10 from a friend and then maybe 20 from here, you can buy a couple, cheap t-shirts and put something on it and sell them double, and now you have some more income for what you just spent on getting those t-shirts printed on and made. You just have to be creative. You have to want it. That's the thing.
You have to have-
want to do
mindset.
this.
Have to have the
Mindset.
ambition for
You
sure.
have to want to do it. You can't just like decide that's what you're gonna do and then put it off, because I see it with me and Michelle all the time. Like, there's days where just like we're really just sitting here right now. Like, we could be pushing ourselves into a more of a content agenda and creating more and doing this, that, and a third. But you know what? Like I said, we're not masters at it, not yet. But every day we try, we get closer and closer to the bigger dreams, bigger goals, and
I feel like you just have to be really patient too. I
Yeah,
don't
be
think this is
patient
gonna
on
happen
yourself.
overnight.
Don't
Yeah.
be so hard on
Have
yourself.
grace with yourself, because, like you said, you can be your worst critic and be so hard on yourself. So just have grace with yourself, because they're like, just look at where you are today and then look at where you were a few years ago, and it's not, who would have, like Michelle said, she never would have thought that she would be here a few years ago. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah.
I never thought that I would be here, and I'm sure Vanessa feels the same way.
Nope.
So it's all a growing experience, learning experience, and that's life.
Big facts, and I want to give definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing. I think that's what's up. Keep the dope. Keep it up. And I think what you're doing is awesome. All three of you guys, what you guys are doing is awesome. Keep it up. I love the grind, the hustle, and I want to give you guys a thank you for coming on a couple times, and I want to appreciate the reposts, and it definitely means a lot, even having you guys on, taking your time out of your day to come through here and give me support. I really definitely 100% appreciate that. Thank you guys, all three of you guys. It means a lot. And we have a good time every time we've come on. Other 5 times it's been a comedy and good time and laughs. This one's a little bit more serious, which I enjoy both aspects of it, because
it's good.
showcasing both sides of
Right.
personalities, and seeing the person behind the business is what this was. So we're dropping this one first, having the other ones next, and you guys are all three of you guys great personalities, great people behind what you're doing, and that is a big key behind small and local businesses as well.
Yeah.
So definitely go support Vanessa Fitness Palacio. Fitness Palacio. Edit that part out. Go support Michelle, and her links in the mirror here for her business as well. Go follow her Instagram, personal and business. Go support Natalia, the Natalia Perez, the Monopoly View. Go check out all that. Give them support. Support the females in this industry. And go follow us, Explore with F, my personal on everything. And EG Pot of Thunder on all social medias, literally everything, every podcast platform. And I appreciate all the viewers, subscribers. Run up, baby. Let's go to the moon. Esh, get it.